Right, let's get this going. I had some minor difficulties. My computer decided to take a dump right before rollout, but I made it just in time. Today we've got the Middle Eastern Task Force versus Al Basra. No, versus the Black Owls on Al Basra.
Move, bro, move.
Don't have time for the normal quick rundown of what I usually do, but I'll do it on the fly. We see here the Middle Eastern Task Force setting up shop here east of Warehouse, doing a pretty safe rollout, with the Black Owls deploying a lot of people here west of Warehouse on this other warehouse, I guess you call it. No one taking a fight yet, as we see a couple of the Black Owls players heading onto the point. Radio goes down for the Black Owls. Still really no fights have been taken so far. See a couple of people on each side pushing into warehouse, but no one is really committing a lot of people for it. First kill go down by Black Owls, as we do have a bit of fire here on the mid cap. Fighting around these smokes. We do see the Middle Eastern Task Force pushing up a little bit more aggressively now than the Black Owls, taking some space with these compounds. Does look like at the moment that the Middle Eastern Task Force will be able to secure this point. Black Owls aren't committing a lot of people. They have one guy left on the point. Sirius being the last man standing, but he gets taken out by Rashid. And the point has totally been wiped for the Black Owls side. We've seen a lot of the Black Ops players here pushing here up north of the point, just trying to take some space here.
Bekle, göremiyorum adamı.
I see Aslani taking out Mohammed with the GL kit.
Geç, cross'um geç.
First mortars from the Middle Eastern Task Force are landing. We've got Salimov on the mortars. Even with the mortars, Black Owls aren't really pushing a lot of people onto the points. Most of the Middle Eastern Task Force players have been wiped as well, but they still do have people around. Beko getting pretty aggressive over here, taking a lot of space, pushing towards this this radio over here. As we see, oh god, Satriyosh killing a lot of people with a 50 cal. We're sitting somewhere. Couple more Black Ops players now heading towards this radio over here, starting to put some pressure on the Middle Eastern Task Force spawn points. On cap, we still don't have a lot of people here. Both teams playing pretty passively. Black Ops capturing warehouse now, with Zeno being the only guy on the point. Capping mid cap with one player is rare in these types of games. on the north side, we do have a couple of players up here getting some skirmishes between the ACC building and this police station. You see Hellraise all the way in the back, being pretty far ahead. He is the hat player. He won't have anything to shoot up there, but he will be able to just keep an eye on this entire area, looking for this crows. Point is still being captured by Blackouts, by Zeno. King the lone man on point. Zeno gets taken out by Adnan. Looks like Snake should be able to take Adnan out here. It does indeed, as Muhammad Ali tries to get the refrag, but doesn't get it just in time. Middle Eastern backline here getting some pressure onto it by Supreme and Aquil, who have managed to get this Squad 2 rally down up here, using the open top to get around. See Aquil taking a bit of chip damage from the grenades as he is pushing this mortar player up here. He's gonna get caught out while damaging. We have the mortar player who has set up shop here in this little compound over here. Middle Eastern Task Force has started to flip the cap a little bit as we see Snake going down to Muhammad Ali laying on point here. And Blackouts being wiped completely from point. Really playing passively in these two compounds. Just dedicating a lot of people to just holding the angles. Having a couple of people on the roof as well. This GL player just lobbing grenades onto the mid cap. On the Blackout side, we do have Boru on the mortars. Having set up shop here behind the Hisker walls and the little metal top, or whatever the fuck you call it. Blackouts have taken control of the ATC building. A very important building for both sides. With this building, Supi Sareta here is able to lock down so much space from the Middle Eastern Task Force. He is sitting on 0 knocks so far, but I will imagine that he is going to get quite a bit if he is allowed to stay up here. And behind us, Hellraise, the hat, takes out the open top over here as we see the RWS, that is. I thought a guy was surfing on it, but he is just glitched and sitting in the turret. On the cap side, Black Owls starting to take it a bit back now. As I say that, we go negative as Max gets into the cap zone. The cap zone on the warehouse is pretty much just a warehouse. There are also a few points outside of the point where players are able to actually cap it. As Princeton gets taken out by COVID. And the Middle Eastern Task Force will start to cap once again. Max gets taken out by Sirius, who has gotten all the way through warehouse. Stopping the cap on warehouse once again. As we see a couple of Blackouts players here pushing this compound over here. Just inching towards this radio sitting in this building here. Not the radio they have, I mean. We have Stockton now as one of the more advanced players. As we have a couple of people pushing towards the digger. Having Sinatra sitting in here trying to protect this area. Does look like he has is crashed. That's unfortunate. In the ATC building, we do have Super Serrata being taken out, with Proto trying to take this to take the building back here from
Ara katta ya.
Klubdan.
Ara katımızda.
Benim öldüğüm kat, benim pibinin altında öldüm.
Players now
Pencereden cel atıyor.
just walking around this office building among computers and printers, trying to
Dikkat o
find
zaman,
this
sıkıntı.
one Middle Eastern task force
Halen
guy
atıyor.
as he gets a double kill with
Nice.
the GL here
Kim yok ama,
onto Sino and Mad Chicken.
O GL'in ölmesi lazım.
Push onto this hub is getting stronger. More and more Black Ops players pulling towards the hub here. While the cap is still pretty much neutral. Hab does go proxy. Blackout's having enough players now to have this hab proxied as the defenders just run away. Adnan and Shuaib just running away from the hab as it gets proxied, while they still have control of it. Having now Ark Loax sitting in the hab, camping it,
Oo.
having it proxied together
Gidiyorum,
with Biko.
gidiyorum. RVS'e öldüm. Safe.
As the Middle Eastern Task Force, IWS, is trying to secure this area again. But the push from Blackouts here is getting very strong. The mid cap has been wiped, only having Mashep left on the cap with 1 HP. Middle Eastern Task Force players asking for ammo while they are next to the hub, that I don't think they still realize that they have players camping their hub. At the very least, they're not trying to really flush them out yet. As Arkloax takes out Astiru through the top. Sitting nice and pretty in the...
Var.
Muhammad Ali, he's taking a fight with Stockton up in the building. Somehow doesn't lose it to Stockton, but does get taken out by someone. Baker, I think it was, in the digger area. Now the front line here from the Middle Eastern Task Force has pretty much been wiped now. We do have a few people left crouch walking towards the hub. Adnan, who will get shot in the back by Tiger. Leaving COVID and Neo as the only ones left to actually try and retake this hub. Neo does get the revive onto his fellow medic before he gets taken out by a random GL. And Aslani gets the second one as well. And COVID has been taken out as well. The entire front line has been taken out by the Black Owls. And as I say that, they will also secure warehouse, really putting the pressure onto the Middle Eastern Task Force. This background rally over here is still sitting strong now, even being resupplied with the RWS.
Yes. West hat vardı, dikkat et. West hat vardı.
Having two vehicles just sitting here in the Middle Eastern Task Force backline, as we now see them just starting to try and get in behind the task force. Blackout's not really crossing this road yet. They are either looking for the radio still, or just making sure that they have some space. Owl, the hat here, has found the RWS and it does get the kill. That is a huge loss for the task force right now, as they don't have much ground and they need all the assets they can get to try and get some space back. We have squad 3 Snake crossing the road, heading towards apartments, heading towards this radio over here. As we see him take a couple of fights here. And get Shadow sitting all the way over at the digger area. Looks like the task force members have been busy. They are barricading themselves in on the radio as the hab goes unproxied. They leave the proxy. Blackout's getting so comfortable around the hab that they forget to hold the proxy. This will give the task force a chance to just spawn back, unless no baby doesn't go back to proxy it. They will get a chance here to do a mass spawn on the hab. Let's see if it comes up. It doesn't. Do have a couple of spawns. They spawn outside. Doesn't. Somehow Stovia takes out both spawns on Neo and Shadow, trying to take back the hab. Now we see Njord coming back to actually get this proxy, so they just can keep the pressure down. As we do have some people here getting towards this radio. It does look like that all the radio defenders have been taken out. But all the attackers also dies in the trade through the open top here. That is manned by the RWS crew.
Open tap'a doğru gelebilir. Beni almıyor oyuna.
In the backline, we see the mortars here being completely taken out. We see Blackout sitting on top of apartments now, just holding down this entire area, leaving the task force with only a few rallies left. On the map, it looks like they still do have the hab up here in the hangar, sitting on the point where they will be sitting up shop now, just trying to defend this area.
Sorry.
We see a lot of people here just really sitting around this point now, not really pushing out, not trying to take a lot of space. The push onto the radio didn't really go out as Black Owls had hoped. There are not really any defenders left, but the few attackers they did have did all get wiped. And it looks like that they finally knocked down the hab here to stacks. Yes, they did take it down so they no longer have to worry about actual proxying. These hab defenders will now try and focus on getting this hab down. As we have the RWS from the Blackout side, just holding this entire south side, just trying to prevent anyone from being able to reset down here. You have a bit of a push here on the edge by Subisareta, trying to take the space against Muhammad Ali. Does not get the kill. Muhammad Ali goes back. Doesn't want this fight. Do you see more and more people now heading towards this this radio from the task force? Not really being in a hurry to actually take it down, it looks like. Biko and Stockton just securing the area. As the Black Owls put down another radio inside of apartments, utilizing this space they've created to set up another hab that is just going to be used for attacking. And they have begun dinging the radio. Njord and Stockton getting it down as
50.
fast as possible. Radio has put stage, meaning that this hab on top of hangar is now out of use, leaving the defense on these 2-3 rallies. Slani takes out Abu and Emesha, I think. We do have a few more people now from the Black Ops pushing towards hangar now, making a push for the hub. Sounds like they have made the decision now to actually push the point here. They are feeling the momentum. Now Magic and Slony here looking to go up here on the roof, which is a very strong position because we do have these skylights, I guess you could call them, where you can look into the hangar and aren't really able to hide from the people on the roof. The radio
Sen beni holdlasana, burada 3
Has
tane ölü
not
var kanka.
been
Bunda
put
bir
on
var.
blade.
Kalacağım burada.
Stage'deydi.
They have not put it on bleed. They are, I think they have decided to just keep it hostage. By keeping it hostage, they are just ensuring that the task force are not able to put up a new radio anywhere on the map.
Kapıya bakıyor ya.
Sinatra getting taken out by the Mad Chicken, sitting on the roof. As we see him just taking pot shots here at Syndra. I think he has spotted this rally up here. It hasn't been marked, but the task force does now have a rally just sitting here up here in the open.
O adam ölü.
And they will now just start to camp this rally as they're starting to
Seçim var mı? Bebeğe.
capture hangar,
Efendim?
having wiped most of the
Sıkıntı var,
defenses.
Var var.
To
aldım
have
ya,
the
aldım ya.
RWS
Yaparım ya.
making a hero play, running into hangar. But the two people capturing are sitting pretty inside of the app. Just driving from hangar to hangar, not really being able to to kill anyone. We have this rally up here that is just being mortared now. We do have people on the roof just camping it, and we do have mortars on it, just trying to keep this defense down. The RWS does take out Hellraise, the Hat. Pretty much one of their only worries here in the area now. Borrow the mortar just camping, spawn camping this rally up here, takes down 2 people. Yes, does take out Eco. One of the cappers. Doesn't find Baby, who is just laying in the hab. Or Arc Loax. Do we have a strong reset coming in now from the task force? Resetting from main, because they do not have a lot of spawn points anymore. The only spawn point they do have left looks like to be this squad 3 rally and this squad 7 rally down here. But this squad 3 rally has almost been abandoned down to 3 people because they realize they can't spawn on. And this mortar rally, they are not rally hopping to it. They have a rally in the middle of the fight, but they aren't using it. A lot of people now pushing in through the terminal, I think that's what it's called. Shadow gets taken out by Snake as Seraphim takes out Xeno.
Eksim var burada
The
yardım.
task force
Üst kat
just
var bir.
trying to inch their way back
Üst kat doğru
Tamam.
towards Hangar as Hangar goes neutral.
Wait, don't give up, don't give
as the Blackouts have moved
okay.
their entire front line up here.
Canı tutmam lazım.
Buyur ama.
Enemy inside.
Great.
Sinatra. Take care,
Kalabalık
enemy
burası.
inside.
Tree pushing in with the MG3 in hand.
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
enemy, two
yeah,
enemy.
one dead.
After they had taken out 2 people with an HE round. The main camp now going on from the Black Owls, just sitting on top of apartments. Just trying to prevent the task force
Bir tane daha var orada.
from pushing
Ölmedim
back
muhtemelen, o
into
Bir
the
tane daha
fight.
var.
Patlayıcılığı
Bir
yok.
tane daha var. Bir tane daha var. Yok
Tamam,
o da
tamam.
ölmemiş. Bandaj attı o da. Bir tane daha atsana.
Atacağım. Tamam sakin.
Galiba öldü. Olsun garanti olsun.
Take out Muhammad Ali with another HE round. The task force has successfully taken back the terminal building and will start to make a push onto Hungary as they have capped it by 65% now.
Wow.
Gelen var. Kaldır hemen döneceğim.
Seraphine pushing up but does not check his
Vurma, vurma.
corners.
Gelen North'ta çıktı.
Oscar taken out by Stockton.
Güneyine ben bakıyorum.
Suab does get the revenge on him. I don't think he's aware of Njord laying in this corner here.
Merdivenden mi vurdu seni?
Galiba abi. Sen reddettesin galiba, hiç çıkma. Seni bilmiyor.
Deadlet'teyim, bekliyorum.
You see another big push coming in here from the task force. Having decided to go through the terminal. Try and get back to hangar, but it is too little too late. The active cap is now apartments that the Black Owls fobbed on almost 10 minutes ago, I think it was. They have started the capture now as it is 26 tickets to 184. And there is not really any people that are able to do anything about this cap. As most of the task force players are still pushing towards the hangar.
Geldim.
They are still not utilizing